What's up, guys? This is Kensuke from KensukeART.com, author and illustrator for Manga for Dummies and figure drawing for Dummies. And so today we're addressing this question from one of the YouTuber who asked about masking. This artist happened to use Photoshop and was wondering how do the principles and law apply from Photoshop to ClipStudio Paint. ClipStudio Paint does have a powerful masking tool. So without any further delay, here we go. I've got one of the pages from my Kickstarter graphic novel, The Foreigner, Book 2. It's currently on its 201st page. It's running a little bit behind with all the COVID, moving, all the situations. It's been chaotic, nothing to say at the least. But I thought that this would be a good opportunity for me to go ahead and demonstrate some of the masking features. We want to get rid of that little edge of that fountain, and it happened to be on these three layers right here, 25, copy, and that one. So how do we go ahead and start masking? Well, it's very, very cool and simple. All you have to do is click this button right here. This one has got look like a little Swiss cheese right there, Swiss cheese hole. Click it, and you'll see this icon that appears to the right. Now this white box, just like Photoshop, is your masking area. Now in Photoshop, you can either use black or white to hide or reveal what's underneath. In ClipStudio Paint, it's very, very similar. You basically take the brush tool and you guessed it, you can go ahead and delete the files, but not by using white or black. You have to use transparency, and the transparency feature you can find right here, the bar right here, which has a transparent grid underneath that. I strongly recommend you guys assigning a shortcut to it. I've assigned myself the C shortcut, and if you go here, wait, I'm sorry, which layer was this one? Yeah. Oh, I assigned it to the wrong layer. If you go here, sure enough, you can delete that. And let's say if you go too far, like down, well, all the way here, and you can always click the shortcut back to reveal that. So transparency for disappear, black for reappear. Now the reason why I have, I think this is a good example, is because let's say if we want to retain these separate layers for whatever kooky reason that I might have in my mind, yeah, I wanted to apply that transparency to the whole entire, all three layers. All I have to do is, great way is click all these three layers, create a folder for them, create a folder for them, and apply the transparency to this whole entire folder. So that way I don't have to go ahead and apply individual transparency attributes to each layer. I could basically go and do it for the whole entire three layers, and like you guessed, if I go basically, I can paint back if I want to, and so on and so forth. Really, really cool, simple, powerful tip. Now, the other awesome tool that I really find that's incredibly useful is the Lasso Tool. The Lasso Tool is basically a tool which works very similar to Photoshop, but even more in many ways. Let me go ahead and demonstrate for you. So for example, if I go here, select this, I can also hit the delete button, which also works as the transparency, and it also deletes. That's another cool feature. But also, if you look right here, there's a lasso fill multiply. Click on that, and I click on transparency, and this thing will automatically fill that layer with transparency and delete the unwanted lines that I wanted to edit out. We call this non-destructive editing. Basically, it means is work in a way that you can always retain your original artwork because it's only masked and it's not permanently deleted. So that is the Lasso Fill tool. And this is especially great for working with geometric shapes because let's say, for example, I want to erase this huge area and I don't have to complete my whole entire circle. All I got to do is like go right here and it will delete that. It will automatically make that connection, fill in that gap. So if it's a straight line between cars or mech or geometric space shapes, like a square, all you have to do is basically connect from the base of the straight line to the other side of the baseline straight line, and it will do its job. It's right out of the box. ClipStudio has it. You can use it too. And last but not least, so you can also use the bucket tool to do your job, and you don't need to use the lasso fill and multiply. So the lasso fill multiply, you basically, let me redo that over again. Here I have, oops, I still have the lasso fill. Let me just go just straight lasso tool. Okay, so here we go. I create the section. Like I said, we can hit the delete button. That will clear that space. You can see right here that indicate little black speck right there that shows that it's been deleted. Or you could take, if you want to make it reappear, take the paint bucket, make sure the transparency section is selected, and you can hit this paint bucket right here and it will fill. Oops, sorry. It will fill. We're trying to make it reappear, sorry, and fill it back in. So if I want to delete it, hit the transparency, tell it to fill, hit the black, and make it reappear. Now, what's the advantage of using a lasso tool over a paintbrush? Well, for one, there's it gets rid of all the little dust, the digital dust that you have. Because let's say, for example, let me take my pencil to my pen tool, and I want to go ahead and erase that area. Go in, and as I'm erasing, you notice that it leaves you tend to leave these small little specks of digital, what we call digital dust. And when it goes to production, you're like wondering, hey, what's that little speck doing there? Oh, I guess I missed it. And with the lasso tool, the lasso fill tool, or the paint bucket tool, using the lasso tool itself, you don't need to worry about that. All you gotta do is just make sure it's transparent, and boom, you're taken care of. So there you have it. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Again, a really, really quick, super simple, but very, very useful tip. I strongly recommend you guys use it with all your artwork, especially when you're dealing with so many layers. Like, for example, I got so many soldiers here, and then look down here, there's a lot going on here. I got to get rid of that transparency and everything like that. Now, under normal circumstances, when you don't have that many layers, it kind of makes sense. You can kind of create a white layer, underneath everything, where you just basically paint that part white, and so you obscure the background artwork.
But after a while, you'll find out that it's far more easier just to use the masking layer to mask out or hide those lines that you don't want.
So there you have it, guys. I hope you found this video useful. If you found it useful, please, please, please do subscribe and leave your comments below and turn that notification button on so you won't miss a beat. Christ peace. Bye.